Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my monthly review for this month's issue of the Walking Dead comic book series. This month we got the release of the Walking Dead issue 133. As always, my reviews do contain spoilers. If you guys have not read the issue yet, you may or may not want to watch this review. So, as you guys know, if you watched my review last month for The Walking Dead issue 132, it was just an amazing issue. It's one of my favorite issues I've read in The Walking Dead since All Out War ended, I'd have to say. Maybe even, better than a lot of those issues. We get to meet a new group of survivors, major spoilers, that use the flesh of the dead, so they use zombie skins, and they put them on top of themselves, gross, right, I know, to totally camouflage themselves so that they are not attacked by any zombies. The zombies will blend in with them. They can actually use the zombies to their advantage because they can help steer them, and they can, into a direction, and they can totally blend in with them. So the zombies will not attack them, and they can kind of blend in with a herd or with a group. And if they want to attack another community, or they want to take out some, other surviving characters and take what they have, their weapons or whatever, or supplies, they can totally blend in, and those survivors will have no idea that they are actually alive. They will think that they're just zombies. So, yes, and then they can kind of surprise them with butcher knives or just different kind of, short-range weapons, sawed-off shotguns, things like that we've seen them use already so far. So in this issue, we get a bit better understanding of what the group is all about, what they have, how many numbers they have. It's not just a small group. As asked in this issue, Dante asks the shotgun holding, seemingly leader, I guess, probably not, but could be one of the, higher up type survivors in this group. I like to call them the leatherfaces, since they wear, the skins of zombies, kind of like Leatherface. I think it makes sense, leatherfaces, just my nickname for them, because we don't have an official name for them yet anyway. But yeah, so in this issue, we get a better appreciation for how many there are when he asks, and the response he gets is many. Then we see afterwards, we have four survivors from the surviving group, from Rick and combined communities, groups, I suppose you could say at this point. They go into this, they're looking for Nathaniel, who is a survivor that was on horseback, I believe, and went missing. So they were looking for him, and they go kind of further out from where they usually go in their territory, outskirts, into a unmapped zone that's a little bit, on the outskirts of where they know where everything is, and they have everything mapped out. And they basically get ambushed by the Leatherfaces, and they get taken down. There's four of them, and Darius is kind of the leader of the others. Paul Monroe from the Alexandria Safe Zone, Rick's lieutenant, so to speak, meets with them. The four of them go out, and then they get ambushed. And the only one still alive at this time is Paul Monroe. He's the only one. So all the others have been taken down already, and we can see he is surrounded by many of them. You can see zombies all over. Now, we don't know, which ones are dead, which ones are, a leather face, so they actually look like they're dead, but they actually have a knife or something. Even we don't know, from the zoom out pictures of how many of them. They could all be survivors at this point, and none of them could actually be zombies. It's interesting. They might not want to keep zombies around, even though it'd be good for like surviving and having them to be part of your army, so to speak. Because you could kind of, like, if you were wearing a skin, you could probably push the zombies in a direction, and they probably wouldn't stop. Like if you want to take like 5 or 10 of them and you were wearing a skin, you could probably push them towards a certain direction, towards a survivor, and they would walk towards that person and attack that person rather than attacking you, even if you're pushing them, because they think you're another zombie, because zombies push each other in herds all the time and stuff, right? So you could kind of steer them in that way, but they would be kind of disgusting to keep around, even though, consider, this is a group of survivors that wear their skins anyway. So who knows how many are actually survivors, Leatherfaces, and how many are actually zombies. Even we don't know at this time. So really, really exciting end to an issue with him by himself, all of his teammates killed off. They haven't seen this kind of thing for a while. They've been totally ganked, totally ambushed. And what is he going to do? Is he going to surrender? He's probably the toughest hand-to-hand combatant we've ever had in The Walking Dead, one-on-one. So with a sword, what are we going to see happen with him? I would even put him at higher, tougher than Michonne, I'd have to say, to tell you the truth. Not that Michonne's not tough as nails, she is. But he's even better because he's a great fighter with just his hands. He's what you would think of as like zombie apocalypse, well into the future character that excels in hand-to-hand combat and excels in close-range fighting. So he's probably your best person to have, but he's so outnumbered by himself in their territory, and he probably will lose his horse, I would think, with all the noise going on, everything going on. So I guess we'll have to see what happens next issue. I'm very excited for that. Aside from that awesome action and how exciting that was to read, we have some great developments with regards to the communities and the characters and just the things that are happening with them. I love to see the pages with Carl as he's getting kind of girl problems, I guess. He's getting a letter from this girl from the Alexandria Safe Zone named Anna who likes him. Then you have Sophia, of course, who is more grown up now, who's close to the age of Carl. And she is from, of course, the Hilltop now, with Maggie kind of being her replacement mother, adoptive mother, so to speak. So really interesting. Rick is going to leave. I'm going to leave Carl there. Is he going to develop a love interest with one character or another? Yeah, sounds like it probably. At this point, I don't know if it matters which one. I mean, you've got Anna there. We just kind of met her after the time skip. We don't know too much about her, but obviously we know Sophia. So I would say that I would hope that Carl would end up with Sophia because, of course, she's a character that's been alive since the beginning. Her television series counterpart was killed off rather quickly. So I just think it would be an interesting direction for the comic book series to keep it different from the TV series, to have Carl and Sophia end up together. I think it'd be cool. It's cute. It's cute. So it's good stuff. Aside from that, Rick's leaving, of course, leaving Carl there. So we got a scene with that of him riding away, being the overprotective father that he is. Probably hard for him to do that. Heading back towards Alexandria. However, in close to where he is, of course, we have all that craziness going on with Paul Monroe and the others that were on horseback. So will Rick get back safe? Will he be captured? Will something happen with that? I guess we'll see what happens with that. Should be really exciting. I'm thinking he probably won't. He'll probably get back safe or okay, but he might, along the way, sense that something's up. Something's going on. And maybe go back and then come up with some men or a good number of people to check out what's happening, because there's supposed to be people on post around that area. Maybe there's some missing at this point. Sounds like there probably will be. So yeah, really great developments with that. And then finally we had Eugene and Rosita. Rosita's pregnant. It's not Eugene's, zombie apocalypse drama. So that's fun, but he's going to raise it. He's going to still be with her. He knows he's not attractive. Chicks don't dig the mullet very much, so he's got to do what he can do. So there's that. That's fun as well, too. And then, of course, to finish it off, we had at the beginning the meeting between Andrea and Magna, who it seemed like at first was going to be a bad guy. Now it almost seems like Andrea's like, don't worry, they just need to understand where we're coming from. They'll see that we're the good guys, and then they'll want to join up with us. So again, Kirkman throwing us through a loop. We thought he was going to go one way. It seemed obvious Negan was going to get out. It seemed obvious Magna was going to be a bad guy, and he's gone the other route. So keeping it interesting, keeping us on our toes, keeping the story unpredictable, and always awesome, always fun. Another solid issue. So how could I give this one anything but a perfect 10 out of 10? I can't. It's a perfect issue. It does what The Walking Dead does best, coming up with new, innovative survivors and groups and concepts in the zombie apocalypse world over the long term. Never gets boring. Always love it. Always my favorite, The Walking Dead. Can't go wrong. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought about this week's issue. I absolutely loved it, as always. Perfect 10 out of 10. Perfect issue. And if you liked my review, do me a solid. You guys know what to do. Please thumb it up. If you want to help support the channel, please share it. Please favorite. Also helps me out. And if you want to get these videos, if you're new here and you want to get these in your subscriber feed every month, if you want to get reviews for The Walking Dead, every episode you want to get predictions and daily video, even multiple videos right now on The Walking Dead, then it's really easy. All you have to do is subscribe. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this video, guys. We'll call it here. See you for the next one. As always, it's Trev. See you.